everyone, it is Runa, and I know it's been forever since I made a video. Um, Basically, I just didn't know if I wanted to continue my channel because, I did the Appalachian Trail from April 24th to October 5th of this past year of 2019. And I finished uploading all my videos from that through hike, but then after that hike is over, I don't have any more hiking plans at the moment, and I don't have a car, so currently where I live, you kind of need a car if you want to get to any decent hiking trails. And so I was like, oh, how will I continue my channel when I'm not hiking anymore for at least the next year, possibly two, while I buckle down and work? And I also was like, well, who's gonna want to watch my channel if I'm not hiking? Because most of my channel is about me through hiking the Appalachian Trail. But a couple of you have asked for an update on how I'm doing. To be honest, life is kind of meh for me. About the first month after the trail, I did have some trail depression. Mostly I missed the community of the trail. And one thing I kept on saying was, like, I came home and even though I live in a city, everything was so silent. Because I was used to, people being like, oh, hey, Runa, whenever I got into a shelter at night, or just meeting people randomly along the trail as we hiked throughout the day and seeing my hiking friends. And then I come home and it's just like, there's nothing really here. That's like that. So, but yeah, for about the first month, I kind of had a little bit of trail depression. But then after that, I started wondering if it was really trail depression. Because some of you might not know this, but I lived in South Korea from 2016 to 2019, and I got back like a month before I started the trail. And so I've been out of America for a while. And so I was now thinking, well, maybe it's kind of a combination of trail depression and culture shock, and like depression from, even though I was happy and ready to leave Korea at the time, just kind of missing some of the like comforts that I had in Korea with like my income and the fact that I had mountains I could hike like across the river, like not even 10 minutes away. The fact that there's a bus system that takes you everywhere in the country. You don't have to own a car at all. You can go to some really amazing hiking spots and get there within an hour, going and then moving to a place where there are no mountains and you have to have a car if you want to go hiking. Anyways, I'm rambling. So yeah, and I kind of bummed around for a month or so, well, till the end of November, and then I decided to get a job. I wanted something simple at first, so I got a simple job, and it pays okay. It pays my basic living expenses. It has really good health insurance, so that's nice, and a few other perks. But at first I wanted something simple because that's kind of what I was craving. But as time went on, I realized that home doesn't feel like home anymore, and now I'm in this weird spot where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next with my life. If I want to pursue a career in outdoor industry, if I want to just buckle down for the next 5 years and get, go through kind of jobs I don't really like but have a high, salary to get to a place financially where I kind of like don't have to work anymore and I can just hike whenever I want. Or if I'm just going to go back abroad and teach English. So my mind's all over the place. And I'm also making this video today on March 18th, and what do we got going on? COVID-19. And that just screwed up my life a little bit as of yesterday. Before yesterday, I am considered, my job cannot be done remotely at the moment, but it's considered essential service for the company that I work for. And so up until yesterday, we were required to, work for 40 hours, sometimes overtime, all that stuff. But with the new restrictions on like how many people can be like in a gathering or whatnot, now I'm down to working 1 day a week and on a rotating schedule with all the other employees. And in order to get our 40 hours, we have to like use up our paid leave and our vacation time. And I'm such a new employee that I don't have much of that in place, which means about 3 weeks from now, I'm not gonna have an income. Basically, I'm just gonna have maybe not even $100 a week. Yeah, it's crazy. But on the good side, I do have a 6-month emergency fund, so I can pay rent, I can pay like my phone, my utility bill, food and everything. As long as I keep my expenses 1,000 or less, I'm good for a solid 6 months. I also have taught English before, so I can teach English online. I'm also gonna start taking my downtime and beefing up on learning new skills like programming, computer languages, and like learning Excel properly, so maybe I can get an admin job somewhere. But yeah, it's crazy times. I'm sure it's crazy times for you. I wish I could go hiking. But that's one thing I'm gonna do more in my downtime too, is I'm gonna try to get outside more than I have been and train to run a marathon and complete that in the fall. So that I do have some optimistic things that I'm going to be doing in this downtime. But as of right now, I'm not too super concerned. But I think once it actually is for real happening, going down to actually working 1 day a week, and once my leave time gets diminished, I think that's when I'll start freaking out a little bit. But yeah, anyways, I'm rambling. This is almost 8 minutes long. But yeah, that's my update. So for you, guys, whoever watches this to the end, and again, sorry for the rambliness, but what would you like to see from me now that I'm not on trail? Like, I could try to do gear reviews. I know I haven't really done a gear review about the gear I took on trail and what gear I finished with, so I can do videos about that. I can do a video of like when I had trail depression, or when I'm feeling like not so great about my matrix life, like what are some mental things I'm doing to help with that. Yeah, so what do you want to see? What questions do you have? And I will try to get a video up on it, because I'm gonna have a lot of free time now. And yeah, I hope you all do well, stay healthy, stay safe. If you can get outside, even if it's just walking around the neighborhood, again, safely, wear a mask if you have a mask, or don't be near a bunch of people. But yeah, just get outside. It'll boost your morale a little bit, and I'll take my own advice. Anyways, I will see you all later. Bye.